Hello, guys. Welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host, Sam, and we are back again with another one. This is the Football Connect LFC. By the way, to those people who are wondering, we are back again. We are going to be talking about everything that is happening concerning Liverpool's transfers and how the movements of the transfer window are actually moving. So you just sit down. Let me try to analyze a lot of things, and I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like that video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Connect. The best way you support us here at TFC and everything that we are trying to build here. We're trying to build a strong community. So make sure you're part of it. So, of course, the thing that has been happening, if you have not been caught up with the transfers of Liverpool, Florian Wirtz was actually announced as a Liverpool player. I know I've not really talked about it and everything that is going to be happening over that transfer and what it actually means for Liverpool. I'll get more into details and analyze the way I feel the transfer and what I'm expecting to see over the player. But the most important thing that is happening, even the most exciting thing that is happening at the moment, is that, oh, we're losing a player. Gerard Konsa is going to be going to Leverkusen and going to be playing there for day. We have sold him for about 34 million new pounds, if I'm not mistaken, 34 million pounds inclusive of add-ons. By the way, everything is just in one thing and it's going to be moving like that. But the excitement comes up next. Who is actually going to be coming to replace? Of course, there is a list. It has been confirmed by the likes of Louis Steele and all other journalists of Liverpool. There is a list which has been set up of all the players who could be moving to Liverpool. But it seems like the main man that they're interested in is none other than Marc Guehi. The reason why they're interested in Marc Guehi is because of his contract situation with Crystal Palace. And by the way, Marc Guehi has made it so clear to Crystal Palace that they better move him now, because if he doesn't move, he's going to be leaving for free. He has made it clear to them he's not signing any contract. That is really important because it will help Liverpool in terms of to have a hand, to have more of an engaging hand when it comes to the negotiations. What exactly does this mean? Let me explain. So, and what we're told here is that news Guehi has no intention of signing an extension and remain open-minded about his next destination. And a big consideration for the 24-year-old is plenty of playing time in the next season. That's what he's asking for. That's what the Guardians were reporting when it started actually becoming clear that he was never going to sign a new contract. But now Paul Joyce comes out, and what Paul Joyce comes in and say is like, he says Liverpool are interested in Crystal Palace centre-back Marc Guehi, who has a 12 months in his contract and remaining in his contract, of course. And Palace are asking, him to. Palace asking price would determine whether Liverpool move for him now or maybe move for him next when he's free. The most important thing is that it's 12 months that are left in his contract. He is a player we can sign for free. We're literally going to be doing the Real Madrid thing to Crystal Palace. It's going to be interesting to see how the situation plays out, because if you look at the Liverpool as well, they've got Ibrahima Konate, who is left at 12 months in his contract. The same thing that Liverpool might do to Crystal Palace could actually happen to Ibu Konate. But we're not going to get into that one because it might confuse a lot of people. Why is this really important? Why Liverpool are interested in Guehi? They need a player who has already proven in the Premier League that he can manage and he can offer more. And at this moment, Guehi is the guy. Guehi is the guy who looks like he's really ready and is ready, open-minded to be able to perform. He's really good. Of course, there are problems about people complaining about his height and everything, but he is good. He has shown it. He's one of the best. In fact, he is the go-to guy when it comes to England, looking at what they do in the Euros or maybe in the World Cup final next year. And that's why he's asking for game time, especially next year, because he wants to prove to the manager he's ready to compete. So it's quite interesting to see how the chess moves will be moved, how the movement will happen in the window, and exactly what Liverpool does. So now the boys in Crystal Palace heads, because they might demand more money, but they are no longer having the power that they had, let me say maybe last transfer window or even in January, which they can demand more money than what a team is willing to pay, because this guy only has 1 year left in his contract. If he doesn't move, then guess what? Liverpool, if he doesn't move, then Liverpool gets him for free. And another journalist from Arsenal came out and said that it looks like Guehi has said no to Arsenal. He's interested in going to Liverpool. It has not yet been confirmed by the tier one journalist, but it looks like his destination might as well be Liverpool because he knows that he can compete with Ibu Konate for that jersey. And if Konate does not become serious in signing a new contract, that could actually work in his favor. We're going to have to wait and see on that one. But on the other side, the outgoing, Konza who's going. There is a caveat into the contract of Konza. We need to talk about everything that was going to be happening with him, but we did not make it specific clear to the world that Liverpool have put a buyback clause in Konza's contract with Leverkusen, and there is money which is in the contract which is not really, which is not being exposed really what was the agreement in terms of the money wise. It is undisclosed, but that helps Liverpool to be able to buy him back maybe in 2 or 3 years time when they feel like maybe he is maybe of age of actually playing what they want to see from him. Because the problem that he suffered from, and I think we can all be honest about this, is that the game time he was getting was not enough for him to prove himself as one of the best players in the world. But now, if he gets that where Leverkusen where it's going, then that's a win-win for Liverpool. They have first preferences whenever the player, if Leverkusen are thinking of selling the player. It's gonna be exciting to see, and I think maybe that is one of the reasons why why even Konza agreed to go to this club, because there is that buyback clause and there is first preference whenever he is about to go anywhere else. So let's just say wait and see. That's good business that Liverpool have been working on. Of course, we still have other stories we need to cover, looking at the strikers and everything. And like I said, we're talking about goings. There is a report from Germany which says Bayern Munich have both Liverpool wingers Cody Gakpo and Luis Diaz on their list. Cody Gakpo is in particular, he has interest from Max Erb, but Liverpool won't sell for less than 70 million euro. That's not saying that Liverpool are interested in selling Cody Gakpo. Let's make that very, very clear. That is just Germany articles trying to make money out of this, but that's not everything. That it's not really as clear as how they're trying to make it look. Liverpool have the power and they can decide on whatever they're going to do next with their player, because at the end of the day, he's still Liverpool's player. I will sell Cody Gakpo. Diaz maybe, because in terms of the contract, it seems like there's stalls and stuff like that. I would sell Cody Gakpo. So everything that Liverpool has been working on, we have gotten some best three talents. Of course, Kirkers will be announced the Tuesday or Wednesday as a Liverpool player. We've managed to work on all those chess games and they're all set and they're ready to go. Then now the most important thing is that are we going to replace the striker we need? Isak has been mentioned. That's the preference for Liverpool, but the reports have kind of like died down for some time now, unless maybe you're reading for some fools who are just trying to make, money or impression on YouTube or something like that. At this moment, the information has died down. There's no anything that has been said when it comes to that. On the other side of the story, call it the other side of the story, there is gonna be some movement, and it will determine by the movement. Next week, Napoli starts holding talks with the Liverpool over Darwin Núñez. They are interested, and they are even willing to put on their number one striker, who has been playing in Galatasaray, or in Turkey. Let me just in Turkey so I don't look stupid. That's Victor Osimhen. Now the question is, do Liverpool want that kind of a player in Victor Osimhen, or they're actually going to be looking at it in different ways? I don't know. We have to wait and see. There are also reports that Liverpool are interested in a young player who can play in most of the positions when it comes to being the ground, in which when we really think about it, maybe that could be the Anthony Gordon shout out that people have been talking about. But that only materialize or becomes real if, and that is a very important if Luis Diaz moves to any team this summer. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Yes, Núñez is already gone. That's why we're working on the striker, Isak or Ekitike. The Ekitike news is still being exciting and really interesting. What's going to happen? It all determines with the sales that Liverpool makes, or maybe Chelsea might try to jump into the situation as the transfer is moving on. There's still a lot that can still change in this transfer window. But Liverpool have done the most important things, getting a creator, somebody to, lessen the burden when it comes to him and Salah, and actually being set for what's going to come ahead in the future. Now we look at how the other movements of the window will move like. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Football Connect LFC. Exactly after this video is launched, I'm going to be in the comment section to hear what you guys are saying. I really like there was a comment that came in, people really acknowledging that I do analyze my videos very perfectly. Thank you very much for me. That means a lot to me, especially looking at how hard I try to wake up and actually produce this content. So help me by sharing it on your platforms. Let other people know this so that we can build the platform, because Liverpool content will be covered more in depth and more inside look when we go to the next season. There's going to be a Liverpool content that I drop on the Football Connect just to, throw it in the haters' face that we have signed. What's his name? What's his face? I'm joking anyway. That we have signed. My brain just went on the floor and verts. It's going to be exciting. Of course, Kirkers is coming, and I can't wait to see what happens. I'll be analyzing the importance and what you offer into the team. Like the video, and we'll see you on another way out. Peace. Subscribe to the